Hey gents, today I'm here with Lewis. He is a tailor. He runs Aspiring Gent. You can check him out on Instagram. I'll link to him below, but I'm also going to link to several videos that we're working on today where we're going to be repairing some chinos, trousers, and jeans. We're going to do them by hand. We're also going to be doing them with a machine. We're even going to show you how to taper up shirts, which is the main thing that I always tried to do but couldn't really accomplish, and so I asked Lewis to come down so that he can show me how to really do it. Hemming some denim. I have raw Selvage denim here that's about 2 inches too long, and what I really like about doing this at home is you can go grab like your mom or your aunt's sewing machine and take care of this yourself instead of going to the tailor and paying for the tailor, which I want to keep you in a job.
No, it's
but sometimes
good.
You want to do it at home.
Exactly. There's people who like to DIY, try their hand at different things, and it's super simple. Anyone can do it.
All right, so we're going to flip over, show you the jeans, and then go through the whole process.
So with the jeans all broken apart, what you're gonna first look at is taking the mark that we made on the inside. You just want to transfer it onto the outside. So just pitch it so you know that you're on the mark. And there it goes. Now what I like to do is measure it from the bottom that's already there before we press anything. And on this guy it's going to be 1 3/4 inches. Go here, oops, go up to there, draw across, flip up, make it a little quicker. There we go. So before we press it, you're going to want to measure what the original hem was. Now this one's about 3/8, but we're going to move it up to about 1/2 inch because it's not going to change too much, but it's also going to just be easier for demonstration purposes. But you can make it as big or as small as you like, or keep it with the original. So then proceed to open up the hem. And if you're taking up a lot, you're shortening it a lot, you don't have to worry about this too much because you'll just cut it off. But because we're not 100% sure on how much comes up on this guy, we're gonna do it just to be safe. So there we go. What we're gonna do next is mark where we're going to cut it. 1/2 inch difference from the bottom to the seam. So then we're gonna wanna double that to 1 inch and then add just about 1/8 or so, anywhere in between 1/8 or 1/16.
You lost me.
Okay. So what we're going to do with this one is mark up how much we're going to cut, where we're going to cut the extra fabric off at. So what's happening is we're going to sew the line right about here, about 1/2 inch up. So we're going to want to double that to roll in on itself and then up, and then we'll stitch the top of that. So that'll be about 1 inch. And we add about a little bit extra to leave some room on the fold. Mark across like that. Then we're going to end up cutting that, rolling these guys up like so, twice, and then top stitching, and that'll be your new hem. So then take your scissors, something a little bit heavier duty to get through some of these thick seams. Alrighty, now when that's cut off, reach in, pull it inside out, and we're going to prep it for being sewn. How we do that is we roll it up to the mark on where we want it to be. Make sure it's nice and even all the way around. Press it down like this. Then unfold it. And the next step is you're going to re-roll the same way, but you're only going to take the cut edge and fold it up to where that crease was that we just made. It kind of helps to do this one side at a time. Let me see the best way to do that. Probably be like this. Just kind of roll it work it as you go. Once you've gone around there, roll it up back to that line with the side you just pressed tucked inside. You're gonna have a nice clean edge. So we're going to top stitch right across. Doesn't hurt to give it one more last bit of steam to make sure it's not going anywhere. Now we'll head over to the machine, put in some black thread and top stitch it. So now that your machine is threaded perfectly the way that it should be, we're going to be moving into hemming the pants. Now a lot of home machines will have this tray here that can be removed, and you can do cuffs, sleeves, anything that's round can slide right over top of that. If your machine does not have this feature, or your pants are too narrow to go around there, you'll just end up sewing it kind of like this on top and just going around the whole pant leg, or the way we're going to do it here is from sliding it in like that. But before we do that, we want to turn the pant to the right side out so that the top stitch is what we're going to be seeing. That's what the world will see, so we want to make sure that it looks perfect. And make sure your thread tension is going to be around like a 3. Now personally, I like to start right before this double seam right here, because that's going to be the hardest part for your machine to get over. And depending on how heavy duty or lightweight your machine is, you might need to upgrade to something a little bit heavier, because some machines can't get through that much. This machine should handle it without a problem. That's what we're going to find out. So you're going to want to find where this guy ends, which wouldn't hurt to use the other side, because these machines have guides that you can use to make sure that you're keeping it straight. So if we get it right on the end, we're going to want to keep it right on this guide here. So that way we know you're keeping a nice straight stitch all the way around the pant leg. So right there. Drop the leg. Machine is on. I like to hold this thread just to make sure that the arm doesn't unthread it on me. Back stitch. And on this guy, I want to give it a little bit more speed. Back it again, lift the needle up, press your foot up, slide off your work, and we're going to inspect the inside, make sure we did indeed catch it, in which, see right here, missed a little bit, and we'll go back around and catch it. It's kind of hard to see black on black, but that's what your seam is going to look like.
So you have it, gents. Hope that gives you a little more confidence to do some DIY tailoring at home, whether you're hemming some pants, tailoring a shirt. Thank you to Lewis for coming out and working on this series with me. I've wanted to do something like this, but I've never had the expertise in order to say, like, this is actually how you do it. I just kind of fart around at it.
And yeah, grab some practice stuff, go home, get a machine, or do some of the hand stitching, and just go to town practicing, honing it before you actually go on your real stuff. But guys, it's super easy and anyone can do it.
Yep, so check out Lewis's channel. I'll link to that below. He's working on some really cool stuff, and I'll see you around on the internet.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
All right. Till next time, gents, this is the Kavalier.
Exactly. Save some money, get it done just as well, and I don't know what I was going to say next.
All right, again.